Okay, so I'll start with XRP. Yeah. So it's still in a correction from this morning. So I'm just starting with the daily for a sec, because you can see of the last 4 days is the 1, 2, 3 of these days is you've got wicks up to them, and then the bodies all stop at the same point at 34.24, and then 2 of the days, 1, 2, the bodies stop here at 30. 31, basically 31.08, yeah. So I'm just putting that in as the potential sideways movement that it could continue to go through, yeah. So that's that. I've also put in, I think it's actually doing an impulse wave down, and this could be 3, 4, 5 down here, yeah. Or we could be finished and we're doing a 1, 2 and up this way. So I'm going to map it out. You can see I've put these channel lines in here, yeah. So when I go to the 12 hour, when I go down into the 12 hour, again you can see the impulse up, and we're having the correction down, yeah. Is when I go to the 4 hour, again, here's this impulse up. Here's the correction down. Here we're having a bit of a breather. It looks like it's going to drop again soon. And part of the question earlier on was, will it break this white line? Will it break this white line in case it turns around on the, remember this? Go back up to the 12 hour. Oh, maybe more. This is the golden pocket. So basically we're in the golden pocket at the moment, yeah. And on the 4 hour, the white line on the 4 hour, again will be dropped back into the golden pocket, the 618. So we dropped in, a little bit of a back test, seems like we're heading down again. Is the 36.5 is the 786 correction. 786 correction from this impulse, yeah, the 786, and if it continues down and breaks the 29.78, that's where I think we could be in for the 3, 4, 5, yeah. Now, when I go down onto the 1 hour, is one of the things that'll give me a strong conviction about the 3, 4, 5 is if the 20 crosses through the 55 again on the 1 hour. So we get our correction here, but if it continues down, this will definitely get a nice spill down, yeah. But we're waiting for this because this could hit the 786, and it could bounce off here, and this could turn, and up we go. So we could absolutely do that as well, yeah. So now, partly why I think it's potentially an impulse down is I'm going to turn everything upside down, because it's easier for me to read like that, yeah. And I'm just looking at the Elliott impulse here. So 1, 2. Now here's the push away. There's always a push away. Here's the W. There's always on the tree, halfway through the tree, there's always a W, and then you get the scoops. 1, 2, 3 scoops. So there's always this scooping mechanism as well, always these 3. And at 3, wave 3, 4, and then 5. So 3, 4, and then 5. Now we're going to reverse it back down again. Okay, so now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question is, if it is this, is how do you measure it? So we go back to the impulse wave here. This last impulse here, and the correction of it, so from top to bottom, the correction is, I'm looking at an XRP likes to do 786s, so the correction would be 786 at about 30.65. However, it could complete at the 065 and head back up. So this is why you got this bounce, bit of a retrace. You want to see it start to break down through these levels again, yeah, which it looks like it's going to do. And we're on the 1 hour here, yeah. It looks like it's going to do it. And let's see if it hits the 786. It might even do a little bit through. But what we really want to see is if it's going to break the 2978. Because here's this support line here. There's a touch, there's a touch. It starts to break in. So also it starts to break back into this channel here. So breaking the 2978, we're now back in this channel. So if you look at this channel, here's the support, here's the resistance, here's the center line. I'll make it white for a sec, maybe you can see a little clearer. You can see the center line where it is moving through here, support, resistance, resistance, back to support, drops through it. Look at this, rejects it here, breaks through, becomes support. So now, potentially, is if we break back through into this line, this red line here, this red channel, is we could be looking at coming back and touching off this red channel here, yeah, this line again, coming back to meet this, find this as support. Now, where would that fit with regards to the fibs? Because we put the fibs on. Here we go, from top to bottom. If it breaks through, we're looking at a target of the 1272, that's 28.4. Then the 1414 is 27.7. The 618 is 26.8, 26.9. And then the 786 is at 26.2. So again, the wave 5, again, we've got to watch the targets. We want to see it break this. We want to see it break this. It's only a wave 5 when it breaks below 29.25. And then we're looking at these targets here, yeah. And the one I'm looking at here is the 1786. Okay, now that might be the furthest, but we'll see. We gotta map it down, yeah. So that's what I can see from the drop down, yeah. If we're going to look at it as a lift up, is let's say that this is the bottom, and here we have a 1, a 2, and a push away. So a 1, a 2, a push away, and generally what you get here is when the push away, you get a W as part of the lift, but this is coming down pretty deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, could be that there. If it was, we again would be heading back up for the 35.22. If it really wanted to push up, it could push up a little further to the 3886, about 38 and a half, yeah. So how would I measure this? If it is here we go, a 1 and a 2, I would put a fib on, basically from the 1 to the 2. I'm measuring this impulse. If this is the bottom, I'm measuring this impulse. And again, I'm looking at, again, the 1272. I mean, we got to go above this. Here's the 618. Here's the 1786. 2272 is at 37 and a half. Okay, so I'm not seeing this so clearly. I'm not seeing this so clearly. Is maybe we could say this is a 1, this is a 2. Yeah, okay. This is a 1. This is a 2. If we went to this is a 0, 1, 2. No, because it can't be lower than this. No, I'm just not seeing that so clearly. I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to see it, but I'm not seeing it. What I would see as an easier one is, look, this is the top skyline. If this is the bottom, is I would take the fib from the bottom to the top, and I would look at the target being a 768 or so, between the 618 and the 786, which would be about 36 up to 38 as the target. So again, it could be whatever way it's working its way up is up around this range, yeah. But I don't think that's it. I think you can hear in my voice I'm not as convinced. I think I think it needs, it's obviously coming back down here for a touch for sure. Is if it's going to break through this, there'll probably be a little bit of a retrace, possibly even a retrace back up to the 786, and then down it comes. I think if it comes down here to the 786, does a retrace and breaks the 618 here, breaks the 618 and heads up again, then I think we're heading up. So I would say that when we correct here, is if we continue down, okay, we have our answer. If it comes up and it starts to break the 618, again, I'll be looking at possibly, is it just coming to this range again and staying within this box. Staying within this box. I don't think we're gonna head up too soon. So, but again, we got to play it out. We got to play it out. I'm just not as convinced it's going up. Yeah, there's too many pressures coming down. Okay, so now, sorry, I'll leave you one last thing. Is what am I looking for here? Is the 30.65? Then will the 29.78 be tested? If it is, then we're looking at these ranges down here. Is if we look for the rebound, is I'll be looking at the 32.34 as a marker. Is I'll be looking at 34.24 as a marker. Is I will take my profit here. If it goes down, I'll jump back in again. If it turns back up, again, I think I'll be patient, and I'll watch to see if it's going to break this. I'll watch to see if it's going to break this. I think it's going to do a sideways. It's just a bit unsure. So if it breaks this, I'm going in. If it turns up, I think I'll sit back and just watch it a little bit. There's definitely a trade to be made on the impulse, but I'm just not sure how all this is going to behave. So it might be nice just to sit out and watch it. Yeah, this one anyway. So that's it. I'm gonna hand you over to Mihaela.
So Bitcoin has been in the sideways channel all morning. We have come back to test what was the bottom line here. I placed it there so that there are more touch points, but it could also be somewhere around here. So this would be a valid wedge structure as well, not just a sideways channel, slightly a little bit more open into a wedge format. It would still mean the same thing. There's still space to move. There's still swings to be made, but it would just give it a little bit more space downwards towards the 20,200 rather than the 20,800. So it would move the touch point of the swing low towards the early 20,000s rather than the late 20,000s. So that's what, again, I'm seeing two possible impulse swings in this channel. And also there will be, if it breaks the 23 or if it breaks the 20,000, there will be a break upwards or respectively downwards. And the targets for the break upwards are 25,600. And then 19K, between 19K and 18K, I would choose 18.5 as a final target and 19 as the initial target, just to be on the safe side with the profit on the way down. At the moment, London has kept it sideways. Let's see what New York does. For the MAs, now I'm going to switch to the 1 hour. We have lost support on the 1 hour consistently throughout the morning and the afternoon. And right now we are under the 5 on the 1 hour. The bottom line of the Bollinger seems to be providing some sort of support, but it looks like it's coming down. Like there's a lot of rejection. The size of the candles is tiny. To me, if I were to to choose a direction right now. It looks like it wants to come down, at least to test the area of the previous leg, or the Bollinger on the 4 hour at 20,400, 20,500. So it looks like it wants to push down. All the support that it had gained throughout the night is at the moment lost. Ethereum seems to be, from the MA perspective, seems to be in the same boat, but it's actually a little bit it's a little bit more solid in terms of the structure that it's made. It's got a triple bottom here, but again, there's a lot of push down. Even on the 15-minute, we can see the 5 coming down and really pushing down. The Bollinger is holding the candle at the moment, but I don't know how long that will last. On the 4 hour, Ethereum has reached already the Bollinger, and it has it's reached the Bollinger. The Bollinger seems to hold in terms of the levels. However, the 5 is coming down very aggressively. So it's broken the 1100 level. To me, the 1000, and if it breaks this one, the 900 / 850 would be the next one. And I'll show you what I mean in the sideways channel that it's been in. Need to refresh because it got a little bit frozen. There it is. So Ethereum has been a lot more even compared to Bitcoin and XRP in terms of moving sideways. That's its specialty. So we have the 2 lines, the invalidation of the downwards and the confirmation of the downwards, and it looks like at the moment it's heading towards the confirmation of the downwards. And just a simple measurement, if it breaks this this level, the next level is 890, the 900 area. If it bounces off it, because again I'm not going to count this swing because this is setting into the channel. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5 here, a 6 here, and then a possible breakout. Now, I'm not saying that the breakout can happen sooner. It can, and I've seen it happening, especially if sideways channels are consolidation for continuation. Reversals usually take a lot more time to consolidate and do more swings. So I would be very mindful if you're trading, if you want to trade this, to make sure if it invalidates your direction to either close a part of your position or all of your position, manage your risks more carefully, because it is a little bit tricky. There is a slight bullish divergence here on the RSI as it stands, but again, this is too close in price action, too sideways to be able to make a decision about direction yet. So again, I'm looking at New York for a possible signal. It might give us that by crossing one of these channel lines. That's where Bitcoin and Ethereum are at the start of the New York session. Have a good day.